Hey everybody, and welcome to Tales from the Clinic. This is a new podcast hosted by Dr. Molly O'Banion and myself, Ashley, just a regular gal. The premise of this podcast is all things pets and veterinary medicine. Dr. Molly is here to do that part. I am here to make sure she's using words us regular people can understand. Each episode we will dive into different aspects of veterinary medicine, interesting cases seen at the clinic, and just general advice on pet ownership in hopes of educating and giving a glimpse into our world. So, let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today we are going to be talking about the annual wellness exam. This one is the one that you have to come to once a year, aka annual. I knew that word. General exam, general health check. A lot of times there's vaccines. There's a couple tests that we do. It's dogs and cats, but also just the legality of it, I guess we can also discuss as well. So, Molly, where do you want to start? Cats, dogs, exotics? All of them?
Well, it's kind of all the same.
Yeah.
So I know this isn't the most exciting topic, but it's kind of the bread and butter of preventative wellness. And yes, it's more exciting to talk about the sick things and the gore and the blood and the guts and the cut it out, make it all better.
Yeah.
But isn't the goal to keep things from becoming sick in the first place?
Yeah.
Right? And that's where this comes into play. And if we can keep things from becoming sick for longer and keep money in the owner's pockets for longer and keep the pets out of my doors for longer, that makes everybody happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That makes the pet happier because it's less stressful. That keeps the owner happier. That keeps me happier because I'm not seeing stressful families as much. You know, I'm seeing the family in a happy, oh, my pet's doing great. It's just better.
Yeah.
Yes, I like surgery, as everybody knows, and I enjoy the challenging procedures, but I don't enjoy the stress that it puts on the owners and on the family and on the animal.
Yeah.
These wellness exams, they're easy and they're light and they're stress-free generally. There's a little bit of stress on the pet, but it's not anything like sickness.
In so many words, you are a healthcare professional who doesn't want your patients coming back. Unless, of course, they have to.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
That's ideal. Actually, it's funny how often in a week as I'm like exiting exams, I'll say like, bye, see you next time. And owners will be like, hopefully that's not for a while. Like,
yeah.
I get that very frequently. And I'm like, yeah, I hope so too. And they're always like, no, it's not that we don't love you. And I'm like, no, totally get it. Like,
yeah. I know. Whenever some poor kiddo who's gotten a little bit sick recently, or even not even sick, like maybe like check ears, and we get it cleared up, whenever they're leaving, going by reception, I'm like, all right, Mrs. So-and-so, I better not see you for the next 3 months at least.
Don't you dare come back here. God. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's go over what we do and why we do it. Because when you come in for your annual, there is rhyme and reason to everything. And then let's go over what power that annual has. Like Ashley said, there are some legality concerns that go along with it that the general public doesn't realize that is important. It's very important moving forward. So when you walk into the building with your pet for their rabies vaccine, right?
Yep.
You walk in and you check in and you say, hey, my name's Mrs. Molly and I have Floof.
Hi, Mrs. Molly with Floof.
I'm here for shots.
Shots. Okay. Are we doing all 4 of the core vaccines?
Why?
Because. No, there is a whole spiel on that. I guess we could do the spiel. Do you want the spiel now, or do you want to keep going as Molly with Floof?
So, each veterinarian has their own thoughts as to what their core vaccines are. I personally believe rabies, well, for dogs, rabies, distemper parvo, lepto, bordetella. in Texas.
Yes.
If you go up into a different part of the country, Lyme vaccine may become a part of that protocol. But down here, it's not very important.
Flu is more core up north too, right?
No, not really. Flu's more prevalent in certain seasons and for certain animals. Like if you're traveling a lot, if you're in the show industry, if you board all the time, like that kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
For cats, it's rabies, FVRCP, which is their distemper parvo, and leukemia.
Mm-hmm.
Those are our core. They don't have like a Lyme or flu or any of that kind of stuff. So each of these does have its own purpose, right? Rabies has a legality purpose. Each state has their own rabies state laws. Each county from each state has their own rabies state laws. I am not the one who chooses how long your rabies certificate lasts. A lot of people think that their rabies vaccine lasts as long as the type of vaccine that I buy. That's not true. Your rabies vaccine lasts as long as the county will allow me to license it for.
I don't think I knew that.
Yes. So in Harris County in Texas, it used to be that if you got your vaccine on January 1st last year and you came in on January 2nd this year, you were later than a year and you had to do it again in another year. I could not license it for 3. Now they've changed it where it says within reasonable time, and I'm allowed to decide what reasonable time is. So that gives a little bit more leeway.
Yeah.
But then reasonable time is not, like, what does that mean?
Yeah. I mean, because we've seen some where it's like, oh, they come in, maybe they wait for 3 weeks so it lines up with other vaccines. Mm-hmm. But then there's some clients that we haven't seen in like 2 years.
Right.
After it's
2
expired.
years to me, not reasonable time. 3 weeks, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, distemper parvo, I think that's totally important. Parvo is bad. Distemper is bad. Both of those, death.
Yeah.
Very high probability, death. Not good. Lepto, bad.
Very bad. And that one's zoonotic, so we can give it to our humans.
Yes. So that one is carried by wildlife. It lives in puddles, bodies of water. If it rained and your floof is walking down the sidewalk, beep, bop, a boop, and they walk in a puddle and then they lick their paw, to clean their little foot, and they lick the lepto goes into their kidneys, and then they're peeing it out, and they're peeing all over the house because their kidneys aren't working, and that's their clinical symptom, and you're getting upset because Floof's peeing in the house. You're picking up their pee. Floof can't help it. Floof is sick. But as you're picking up their pee, you're touching the lepto. It can cause your kidneys to fail. And would you like to be on dialysis?
No, not yet.
Not
yet. Not at all, but not yet at least.
And you know, it's rare. We don't see it all the time. But I have seen at least 6 to 8 of them in my career.
Yeah.
And that's about 1 a year. And for me, that's enough.
And another one that I really try to point out to owners when they're trying to decide if this vaccine is something they should invest in is also if you leave a water bowl on the back deck that maybe a raccoon likes to drink from at night. And I'm not saying you've seen the raccoon or not. Just is there a water bowl that stays on the back patio for floofers to enjoy while sunbathing? Danger zone.
Yeah. Birds, squirrels, done. You can't control them.
I didn't even think about the birds.
Mm-hmm. Can't control them.
Mm-mm.
So, I personally don't want to watch my clients' kidneys fail.
That's fair.
And you know what? It doesn't have to be a big outside dog. The last patient that I had that had lepto was a Pomeranian.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. He died.
Yeah.
So I personally think it's important, and it is considered a core vaccine. The other one is Bordetella. And yes, you know, not everybody goes to grooming and boarding and daycare and all of that. And Bordetella vaccine does not keep your dog from getting Bordetella, but it makes it less virulent.
Yeah.
So if you catch a cold, do you want to be in the hospital forever, or do you want to have the sniffles for a couple of days and get over it? Yeah. That's what Bordetella does. It's like the flu vaccine in people.
Yeah.
It keeps you from getting really, really bad sick versus like, oh, I have, you know, a fever for a day and then I'm fine.
Yeah.
And it's not even, it's like an oral, tastes like chicken that you just squirt in their mouth. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So yes, core vaccine. So those are my recommendations for your vaccines. Well, I guess we can go over the cat ones really fast. So cat rabies, same thing. Their feline FVRCP is their distemper parvo, same kind of thing. And then you have feline leukemia, which I guess we haven't gone over FIV and FELV in one of these yet, have we?
No, not yet.
We put that on the list.
We put that on the list.
Feline leukemia is like leukemia in people, I guess. It's really, really bad immune-mediated disease where their immune system just goes kaput and then they can't fight off anything else. And it's spread by interactions with other cats. And if you have a solely indoor cat that's not around any other cats ever, then maybe you don't need it. But who's to say one day your cat doesn't accidentally run out?
Yeah.
And that happens all the time. And FELV runs rampant in our stray populations around here. So personally, give your cat the shot. And then if they accidentally get out and they get in touch with another stray cat, they're protected.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Okay, wellness tests.
Yeah, wellness test is what I was going to say next.
Wellness tests go along with it. The wellness tests that we usually recommend, everybody, we recommend a fecal.
Yeah.
Why? Why you say? Why you ask? We're looking for bugs.
Yeah.
Bugs in the poop.
Just to clarify, we don't collect the poop for personal enjoyment.
No.
I just want to make sure. Everyone knows now.
No.
Everyone knows.
We do what's called a fecal flotation. So we soak it in a sugar solution. We put a slide on it. We look at the slide under the microscope, and the density of the eggs causes them to float in the sugar solution, and then they stick to the microscope slide. And so after a certain amount of time, you take the slide, you look at it, and those eggs will appear on the slide.
Yeah.
They're cute.
That's one of the first things I learned how to do when I got a job here, was counting the different shaped eggs.
Yes. And the different shapes are different species. And then we can say, your cat has this, or your dog has this. And we recommend giving them this dewormer because we don't want them to get emaciated.
Yeah, and these internal parasites are like, you'll know the names, the tapeworms, roundworms, hookworms, pinworms, all these kinds of things. And it's not like they're gross or sick. They can get these from like sniffing the grass.
And you may never know.
Yeah.
You may never know. Like hookworms are microscopic as adults. Like you can't see them.
Yeah.
So you'll never know that they have them until they start losing weight and having diarrhea everywhere. And by that time they have tens of thousands to not millions in there. And then you're like really, really sick.
Yeah.
So just stay on top of it. A fecal float here costs like $17. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Tapeworms look like rice. Something else looks like pasta.
That's roundworms.
That's roundworms.
Those are cute.
Rice and pasta.
Fun fact. Back in the day, Mexican diet pills had tapeworm proglodids in them.
That's their secret.
Uh-huh. So when you went to Mexico and bought a diet pill, you were buying a tapeworm egg. And you would eat it, and then the tapeworm would grow in your belly, and when you would eat food, the tapeworm would share your meals with you, and so you weren't digesting all your food, and that's how you were losing weight.
How do you eventually get it out? Or do you just...
Most people didn't realize they had it.
Oh, no. Until they're in like that, like those bears in the woods with the giant...
So funny.
Us humans are really good at this.
Oh my gosh. I really wonder how many people are still walking around with like Mexican tapeworms in their bellies.
If you've ever...
Everybody should go get tested.
Everyone should get tested.
Not here. I don't want your poop.
Yes, please. No. And don't tell me it's fluffies when it's not.
Okay, heartworm test. Let's talk about heartworms.
Heartworm test. Heartworms. Wait. Not everyone needs a heartworm test, though. What about the people that live in gated communities?
Mosquitoes don't go in gated communities.
No, they don't.
Oh my goodness.
My dog never ever leaves the house.
I've caught mosquitoes in my house before.
And how do they get in your house?
Don't you have to open the door to go outside?
Ah, that's right. Dang it.
Mosquitoes like AC too.
You stumped me again. Do
Wow.
they really?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought they liked my ankles. Those don't have AC.
So heartworms are carried by mosquitoes. A mosquito bites your pet. They inject the little, well, they don't technically. They spit out the babies, and the babies crawl down the little hole that the mosquito just made. And then they grow into adults inside your dog's heart and lungs where you can't see them, and they can cause death.
Yeah.
That's ugly. Why would anybody want their dog to die because worms are in their heart?
Yeah.
That's gross. And it's so preventable. But legally, not my rules, legally, I have to have that test once a year in order to prescribe heartworm medication. I have to, or I will lose my license. And I don't want to lose my license because it's how I feed my family.
Yeah.
So when I'm telling you that I have to test your dog for heartworms once a year, it's not because I'm being mean. It's because I have to.
I have to.
I have to. And also, it's for the betterment of your pet. Because it needs to be on heartworm medication. Because we can prevent it from having bugs in its arteries.
Also, are there certain heartworm preventatives that if we are like a very, very strong positive and you give a heartworm preventative, it'll make things bad or worse? I know there's some where it's like, oh, you need to start HeartGuard now. We'll do heartworm treatment once you get through.
In the back in the days.
Back in the days.
Some of them were harder on the pets if they were heartworm positive.
Okay.
Now, most of them are labeled safe for
Okay.
heartworm positive. However, some of them are more effective at handling heartworm positive because they're also a form of treatment.
Yeah.
So they kill the babies in the bloodstream.
Yeah.
So you use them as a treatment for our heartworm positive dogs also. So if your dog pops positive on that test, it's also going to guide me on which preventative I use because I want to be efficient in killing the babies.
I get you. Okay. And we also totally plan, I'm sure we're going to go into a heartworm episode. That's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole 5 hours.
Yeah. But legally have to have the heartworm test.
I have to. I'm not being mean. Please don't fight me.
It circles back around to the fecal and the heartworm test circle back around to the taking the test at the annual exam. It's light. It's easy. Heartworm test takes 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
It's 8.
8 minutes. The
3
fecal
plus 5.
3. Oh man. The fecal test takes 15 and then maybe 2 minutes to read it.
Yeah.
And then we just say, yeah, everything was clear. You're good to go. Let's get you preventatives. Get you on the road.
Not that expensive. A fecal test is $17. A heartworm test is $27. That's less than $50.
Yeah.
And it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Okay, let's talk about senior blood work.
Okay. Do you care about the
wellness
feline combo?
Oh, yeah. I mean, feline combo, I'm not as worried about.
It's not an annual thing. It's more like a first time.
Some people use it as an annual thing.
Yeah.
Some vets use it annually. I personally don't.
I guess I would if I had an indoor-outdoor cat.
Right. If you have an outdoor cat, then it's kind of more important. That's a test that tests for the feline leukemia and the feline AIDS. And if you have a cat that's in contact with strays all the time, then sure, it is totally valid to test annually because that does affect their quality of life long term.
Yeah.
But if you have a solely indoor cat that hasn't gone outside all year, it's not going to catch AIDS through a window. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's kind of I'm not going to waste your money on that one. Now, sometimes that combo test can include heartworms, like a heartworm test.
Oh, yeah. Ours used to.
Yeah. And cats can get heartworms, even though it's less common than dogs. But when cats do get heartworms, it's way more serious.
Yeah.
So it happens less frequently, but it's more dangerous. So if you want to monitor for that,
right?
Not really.
Yeah.
The dog treatment doesn't.
Yeah.
So if you want to monitor for that, then it's in the combo test. So it's an option, but if you're worried about finances, that's kind of one of my optionals.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd prefer the shots over that.
Yeah.
Okay, blood work. Let's talk about blood work.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Let's start with the pricing. That's always the big, because we have so the blood work that we can send off to the lab, it checks all of the major organs function very much similar to what us humans get done at our human doctors each year. It includes the heartworm test. It includes the fecal. A lot of people will opt out of it so that they only spend money on the heartworm and fecal test. But you're stopping yourself from being aware of things changing. Kidneys might not be failing, but we can see a trend.
Or have a baseline.
Yeah, baselines.
It's lovely to have a baseline.
Yeah.
Your dog's baseline is different than my dog's baseline. And if your dog gets sick all of a sudden, and that's the first time I've ever taken blood work, I don't know if your dog usually sits on the upper end of normal.
Yeah.
Or if it usually sits on the lower end of normal, and upper end of normal is really abnormal for your dog.
Yeah.
You know, that's
fair.
That's up for interpretation in that moment for me, which is a lot of gray.
Yeah.
I mean, it can make my job a little bit more challenging. And I really strongly start recommending it and pushing it around age 7, because that's when things more commonly start popping up, kidney disease, liver disease, thyroid disease, all of those kinds of things.
Yeah.
But the earlier you can do it, the safer you're being. Like, you're just catching stuff sooner, which catching stuff sooner equals longer lifestyle, quicker disease prevention, quicker disease control, easier treatment protocols. Like, it's just make everybody's lives more simple.
And it's nice to have so there's also like different packages. So you have we have the young wellness, the senior panel, and then the geriatric, which I really like, because I mean, geriatric you usually assume with like your ancient pets, but like my cats, even when young, they've had urinary issues. Well, one of them, the other one's fine. One of them has had urinary issues in the past, and that one includes checking the urine. I might as well.
Yeah, you don't have to be geriatric to run the geriatric panel. The geriatric panel just includes a urine and a pro-BNP, which measures the heart function.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with measuring that in a younger cat. Like, it's just called the geriatric panel.
Yeah, and I guess you could, do that one time young, have baselines across the board, and then do the simpler ones.
Yep. Nobody sets those rules.
No one said, I'm not in charge. Molly's in charge.
I'm also really not in charge. But blood work, your annual blood work is definitely more expensive than just running your heartworm and your fecal. And if you're concerned about finances, your heartworm and your fecal are definitely the mainstay. Those are the most important annually.
Yeah.
But if you can run blood work once every 2 years, once every 3 years, I would encourage it, because it's just monitoring.
Yeah.
And don't you get yours done?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's important for them too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
We're all mammals.
And it's also, so all the blood panels are also things that we have here in house, but we have like kidney and liver and electrolytes. We have thyroid. I'm doing motions with my hands, by the way, everybody, to show they're in separate categories. So She's
stopping traffic.
I am stopping traffic.
Isn't she lovely?
So we can test all these things in the clinic, but you pay for this one and it checks kidney and liver. Okay, that didn't give us the answers we need. Now we're gonna check pancreatitis. That doesn't give us the answers they need. Now
it ends up being way more expensive.
Yeah, like a lot more. Like if you really only need one, like let's say classic UTI. Okay, yeah, sure. Like we'll run an in-house urinalysis, and that gives us the answer we need.
It's so much more cost effective to send them off for the comprehensive panel to the lab.
Yeah, and we get the results by the next day. Mostly 24 to 48 hours, I think, is their timeline. Yeah. But usually, like you bring Scruffy in Monday afternoon. Floof. Sorry, Floof. But you bring Floof in Monday afternoon. We pull the blood. We send it off. Usually by Tuesday mornings or Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, I don't know. We have the results, and then the doctors call you. They go over everything. If they recommend something, we get the medication ready. You don't have to come in for a recheck.
Yeah.
We just call you, give you the info.
Yeah. And then if they don't need anything, then great. If they need something, then we can either ship it to your house, do an online pharmacy, or you can just swing by and pick up stuff.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
I like lemons.
Okay, legalities. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure this goes with human medicine too, so it's not just me. Be nice. I cannot legally prescribe any medication or give any advice over the phone without touching your animal once a year. Not my rule.
What if I don't ever get my vaccines? Well, my pet's 16 years old. We're just doing hospice care at this point. We all know we're just kind of waiting.
Not my rule.
Yeah.
The state and the country will not allow me to do anything without having a VPCR, which means valid patient client relationship, which means I have to have physically touched your pet within the last year. Now, because of COVID, laws are changing, right? And some states allow telemedicine to count. Texas is not one of them yet, but it's coming. Texas is always last to do everything, but it's not yet. So if I touched Floof in a physical exam in January, it's now July, I can give you advice over the phone in July. I can do a telemedicine appointment in July. Come January next year, I have to touch Floof again in person.
Yeah.
Until that law changes in the state of Texas, I have to physically handle Floof once a year.
Yeah. And we do, and like we try to accommodate. Like we understand like some pets, they don't like us. They don't like the vet. They don't like traveling in a car. But we have anti-anxiety meds for that. Mm-hmm. We have the option for house calls for that. Like we bend over backwards as best we can to make it work, but legally we have to do this.
I did a physical exam in the backseat of a car last week.
Well, that's nice.
He did better. He only growled once.
I only growled one time?
I think I'm very curious
who it was.
But it's not my rule. And until Texas changes the telemedicine law, I'm stuck. And I'm sorry, but I cannot give up my license because you're inconvenienced.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And people get so mad about that. They get so mad. And they scream at every single one of my staff members and demand to talk to me because they know that I'm going to give them a different response. And guess what? And guess what? It's the same answer. Trust me, if I didn't have to put my head close to Chomper's face, I wouldn't. But I do.
But I do.
God. And you know what? I think that human medicine's the same. And I think I think it's worse. If you haven't been to the doctor in like a couple months, they won't talk to you.
Yeah.
It's long. It's not a year for them.
Yeah.
At least most of them that I've been to.
Something that confused me, like I had a doctor. I had something prescribed. That doctor got a job somewhere else, somewhere better. My year-long valid subscription was no longer valid.
Subscription?
Dang it. My year-long valid prescription was no longer valid because
Why?
that doctor had left, even though it's the same facility.
That doesn't make sense. Because it's a clinic.
That's what I thought. I had to go back in and do establish a relationship. It happened to 2 of my meds.
That's really dumb.
Yeah.
See, humans worse.
And then I get charged for it.
Humans worse.
Yeah.
Go yell at them.
Who, me?
Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Go yell at them.
I can tell you my clinic. I won't tell you my clinic. All of y'all go and yell at this clinic specifically for no reason.
Oh, no. Poor people. Leave them alone.
The staff is actually really nice.
Also, you know, I'm not going to go over the physical exam with y'all because y'all don't care. But whenever y'all are going to your vet for your annual and they're doing their physical exam, let them do the physical exam. Don't get in their way because we do find things.
Yeah.
And when we do find things, a lot of times it's things that y'all didn't know were happening.
Yeah.
And it's important because, you know, we can prevent things from becoming emergencies.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of owners get, you know, anxious and they're like, oh my gosh, my dog doesn't like it. My dog doesn't like it. Give him a break. And yes, your dog might be nervous, but let us do our job.
Yeah. Eyes, ears, mouth, teeth specifically, skin, muscle, skeletal,
Heart, lungs,
abdomen,
body, booty, neuro. All the things.
all the things.
All the things. This is kind of a soapbox.
It was a little bit of a soapbox.
I didn't mean it to be.
That's okay. You look great on that soapbox over there. You're stopping traffic now. Oh, sorry, random thought, everybody, but wanted to announce, you know, way back when we did a allergy episode, and one of those being in regards to fleas. Oh,
Yeah.
It's finally hit, y'all. The 1-year flea preventative injection. You can pair it with your Pro Heart. It's officially out. We've got it here at our clinic. The other clinics, they have it as well. And if not,
Not
we
yet,
share.
but they're getting it.
Cool.
It's so nice. It's so nice. So now, during your annual, when we're doing all your vaccines, we can do your 1-year heartworm shot and your 1-year flea and tick shot. So literally 2 shots, and your dog, not cat, I'm trying, guys. Your dog is covered for all of the parasites for a whole year. Done. It's
nice. Amazing. You don't have to, there's not a monthly thing to keep up with. You don't have to check your calendar all the time. I can't even check my calendar for myself.
No, it's horrible. I'm the worst.
She is really bad.
I'm the actual worst. It's my job. I harp at people all day long about heartworm prevention, and I'm the actual worst. It's horrible. It's horrible. But yes, it's so nice. And you know what? I was so worried because I've been taking like surveys and stuff about it for a while now. Like I've known that it's coming, but I wasn't saying anything because I'm not supposed to.
Right.
And I was like, this thing is going to be so expensive. Like they're going to price it out of it. And nobody's going to be able to afford it. It's cheaper than buying 4 single Brevectos. Like especially for the really big dogs.
Yeah.
It's so cost effective. It's so nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
So, and it does really well. We can talk shop about it all the time. You can look it up. Brevecto Quantum is what it's called if you want to do some research on it. And if you have
Harry Pottery.
It does sound Harry Pottery, doesn't it?
I'm fine with it.
Brevecto Quantum. I wonder what it would do.
Brevecto Quantum.
That was my magic spell in the dance.
Circus.
Fever dreams.
Oh my God.
But yeah, and if y'all have questions, obviously reach out to us, drmollydvm at gmail.com. We'd be happy to answer any questions about the flea shot, about the annual exams. If there's something that your doctor does that we did not mention and you're curious about it and what the difference is, let us know. We're happy to answer. But the annual exam is very important on multiple levels. But we hope we cleared some kind of mystery up for you. We don't want to be mysterious women. We want to be open book women.
I'm mysterious.
You're so mysterious.
The mostest.
Look at you.
It's also really important for your large animals and your exotics, even though their vaccines are different. And we might go over those one day.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing, just different shots.
Yeah. Different exams, looking at different things. Scales instead of fur. Feathers.
Did you know they got rid of birds in the animal kingdoms?
I don't even know what that means. It is an animal.
Birds aren't birds.
Birds are
reptiles.
Birds are reptiles.
So now there's mammals, amphibians, fish, reptiles. The end.
I guess?
No. I disagree. Yes, there's a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of differences, and they deserve to be individuals.
Yeah.
I want to fight.
That seems dumb.
I know. I also understand that, like, pterodactyls are dinosaurs, which are reptiles and birds, but no. I disagree.
We should bring back dinosaurs as
literally. We went to the Natural History Museum in Houston, and some of their models in the dinosaur museum had feathers in mohawks going down these dinosaurs. Like the T-Rexes had feathers going down their spines, and my kids were looking at them, going, "Why do they have feathers?" And I was like, "Don't look at that.
Don't
look over here."
No.
Can't.
That's perfect.
No. I mean, okay, no. Birds are not reptiles.
Birds are not reptiles.
Birds are birds.
Birds are not dinosaurs. Anyway, I guess we'll let y'all think and stew on that one yourselves.
Now I'm mad.
We love you guys. I hope you have a great day.
Make good decisions. Can't.
Thank you for joining us on Tales from the Clinic. Again, we are your hosts, Dr. Molly and regular Ashley. For more insider scoops into the vet med life and pet ownership, hit that subscribe button for updates on new episodes, and of course, share our channel to spread the word. Check the podcast notes below to see how you can get in contact with us. You can find all of Dr. Molly's affordable pet healthcare clinics on social media as well. Thanks again, and talk soon.